Today, we're gonna be exploring some more patch glitches in the oldest version of Super Mario Odyssey. These glitches are a really cool look in the past, including killing Mario, being able to go through everything, jumping infinitely, and so much more. And without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. Just before we start the video, I want to point out that none of these glitches work on the latest version of the game, and only on the 1.0 version, which we have right here actually. I did have to factory reset this switch that I have, like I said in the first video that I did on this, but still, it was definitely worth it. So for the first glitch that we're going to be trying out, we're just going to be needing a paragoomba in Cap Kingdom, and we want to bring him over here to this corner with the timer challenge. Then we just want to fly at this corner low, and we should be able to go right through just like that. From here, we can now explore the out of bounds of Cap Kingdom, which is really cool. Since we got this paragoomba from all the way up there, we can fly pretty high and explore actually different areas as well. First of all, if you go into camera mode when you're this high up, you're able to just clip it into the floor and see under Cap Kingdom. There isn't anything exciting to see here since it's just a big void, but still it's pretty cool. Then we can go all around, but that isn't very exciting. What is exciting though is that we can go inside of this bridge and hopefully get to the other side. Never mind, there is a giant invisible wall here. It seems like there isn't really much else that we can do. We can kind of go in here and can't go back, which kind of sucks. We can also go up here inside of this bridge and hopefully make it to the other side, which I actually think we can. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, can we go inside? I'm gonna say probably not, and yep, we can't. Alright, that sucks. Wait, there's a floor here? Cool, I guess we found a floor! I was not expecting to find a floor anywhere near here, so this is really exciting. There isn't really much floor that we can stand on, it only goes to about here, but hey, it's still a floor! Going back into the main area, there isn't really much else that we can do. We can really only just swim in this small area out of bounds, and that's it. Anyways, that's just about everything that we can do at this glitch. And I'll see everybody with the next glitch, with that being wherever there's a nut. So in order to do this glitch, we're going to need to have a nut in a big pool of water or any source of water. I'm just going to be using this one in the Snow Kingdom since it's really close to the pool of water, so we can do it quickly. You can also do this one in Bowser's Kingdom and Wooded Kingdom, but once again, we're doing it in snow. So for the glitch, you're just going to want to throw the nut in the water, just like that, and take it out by ground pounding and pressing Y. So for this glitch, you're just going to want to do a jump and let go of the control stick so that you don't really move. Then you're going to want to perfectly press Y and dive at the nut and press Y again so that you can re-grab it. And if you do that correctly, you should be going up infinitely. There we go. It is quite precise to chain a lot of these in a row, but if you're able to, you can get really, and I mean really high. For me, sound cues help a lot with this one, so I definitely recommend to have whatever you're playing on's volume to be higher so that you can hear for the sound. There we go. There, we actually got pretty far with that one. You just have to really, and I mean really focus, so you shouldn't really be doing anything else other than concentrating on doing this. Let's see how high we can take this. Alright, so we're going to be starting from here and seeing how far we can go. And that appears to be 0, okay. I feel like I want to get at least 10. 10 would be a good number. Oh, no! We were in a good rhythm! Okay, I'm pretty sure that was it. That has to have been 10 at least. This one is just a fun one to mess around with. It's really hard to get anywhere with it, so unless you want to spend hours and hours and hours trying to do this, exactly, we just missed it. It's really hard, so I don't recommend trying to do it so much. Now it's time for the next glitch, which takes place in Seaside Kingdom. Now that we're in Seaside Kingdom, you're just going to want to come to the Hot Spring Island checkpoint and drop down until you see these two Gushins. Then you want to go to this one and kill it by ground pounding it. Now that it's dead, just keep jumping on the spot where it died, and if you do it correctly, you should see him go on the floor just like that. Now you're going to want to capture him, and there's two endings to this. The first one is that he's just kind of clipped in here, and we can only stay in here. And the second one is that he's able to just go through everything. So if you go out, he just goes back in. Yeah, we got the good one. The other one is kind of annoying to get since you've got to redo the entire thing, but still it's pretty fun to go in there. But now, basically, with this form, we have access to everything. I am not kidding, we can go through everything. I love this glitch so much, it's so much fun just to go everywhere, like, boop, okay, we can go through that. Oh no, there's an obstacle in our path. Boop, no, never mind. We can get hit a couple of times, but we can go right through it. It's more fun that way. We can go off the ground as well, go through this. There we go. Just seamlessly right through. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, I just had an absolutely incredible idea. What if we try to get as high as possible? Now, if we try to stand on anything, we'll go straight through it, obviously. But there are a couple of ways that we could do this, I think. See, we can still get water from these guys. So if we're able to find a higher water pool, such as over here, we might actually be able to do this. Yep, here we go. Okay, so we're going a little bit higher now. We can't go inside the glass, unfortunately. Maybe we could find a little bit of a higher water pool. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some stuff in those caves. There we go. We got one. Right here. Good. Now we can go a little bit higher. Maybe we can find something better. I'm not entirely sure. The only place that I could really think of would be over here. There's a couple of higher water spots this way. Yep, that was a fail as well. But hey, it's just really fun to go through everything. Seriously, you could just do this for hours, going through everything, exploring every single nook and cranny that this kingdom has to offer. Normally, Gushin could never enter this room. Well, we're breaking the rules today, so it can now. It's just small things like that. It's amazing. Something that I don't entirely get with Gushins is if they go enter water in a weird way, they will just die. Like, seriously, if we just run into the glass, they should just die. Yep, there he goes. Right through the glass, but once again, you hit the water, dead. I have no idea why. It's so strange. But anyways, that's it for the Gushin no clip. It's such a fun glitch, and if you have the older version, I would 100% recommend you do it. Anyways, it's off to the next glitch, which is in Luncheon Kingdom. Now that we're in Luncheon Kingdom, you're just going to want to go grab either a Fire Bro or a Pan Bro. We're just going to be using a Fire Bro since he's closer to the spot. Then you're going to want to bring him all the way over here next to the gambling house where this piece of fruit is. All you're going to want to do for the glitch is just kind of fall in this small spot, and you should be able to go right through the wall. It's pretty simple. There's not much to it. Just literally fall in the area the right way, and you can go right through just like that. Now we are out of bounds with the Fire Bro here, actually, which you can't do in the latest version. From here, there isn't really much that you can do, but we can still walk around and give a tour to this guy. We, of course, have the invisible floor here with everything invisible. There's nothing really to see. And we still have those holes, but we definitely got to avoid them. Yeah, just like that. Okay. At least we get bubbled right back in, so we can keep exploring. If you want to, there is a place that you can jump to right here, which is what you see for the 2D section. This wall turns invisible and it shows you the thing, and it's really cool that you're able to walk in here. There isn't really much that you can see in here, but still, once again, it's cool nonetheless. And now it's time for the second to last glitch of the video, which still is in Luncheon Kingdom. So for this glitch, you're going to want to go to this area with the piranha plants, right by the top of the peak climb checkpoint, and you're going to want to put a rock into any of their mouths like this. Then capture the piranha plant and go into 2-player mode. Once we're in 2-player mode, we're just going to want to use Cappy and ground pound on top of this flower, just like that. And now we have killed Mario. This isn't like all those times where we die because of health or dying into the void. No, Mario is literally just dead. Going back into 1-player mode, there is no way to come back from this. We are just fully dead, so we can't move at all. There isn't any uncapturing, no moving, but we can still do everything else. We can go into the menu, the map, snapshot mode. We just can't do anything else. After a little bit, Cappy's eyes will still show in the hat, but other than that, this isn't very exciting. You're just kind of staring at a plant bulb. If you do just want to end this glitch, you can just teleport to any checkpoint you want, like this one up there, and you can do it again if you want. Or you can just leave. That's probably a better idea. I'm pretty sure there's only one way that we could still move while we're dead, and that's by capturing one of these moving piranha plants. We still aren't able to move physically, but the platform is moving us, so it's worth something at least. There's the famous landmark, the lone scarecrow, and it's going away already. Okay. There isn't really much to see here. We're just kind of turning. We can see a couple of landmarks, like the scarecrow over there. Maybe the checkpoint flag and question block. But that's just about it, really. If you're done spinning in circles, once again, just teleport to a checkpoint, and that's it. Now it's time for the final glitch that takes place in Mushroom Kingdom. So the last glitch that we're going to be doing is the time freeze glitch once again. Now, if you watched the last video I did on this, you would know I did the time freeze glitch in that video. I just want to shine some more light on the glitch in Mushroom Kingdom since I haven't seen anybody talk about that you can do it in here. So first, you're going to want to grab the dog that's down here and bring him on top of this hill until you see this weird glowing thing. He should dig it up, just make sure to ground pound it, and then collect all the coins from it. That second step isn't quite required, but more coins the better, I say. Then you want to bring the dog over here to this hill with this pile of leaves and let him dig up another spot. This is going to be the spot with the life up heart, so once you ground pound it, you're immediately going to want to roll away. Just like this. There we go, ground pound, roll out of there. Now that we've got the life up heart up, we're just going to want to go over to Goomba Woods to grab some extra Goombas. I normally like getting 2 or 3 Goombas in a stack. You are not allowed to have 1 while doing this glitch, so make sure to get more than 1. I just like going for 3. Now make sure you bring the Goombas all the way back to where you have the life up heart. Now that we're here, we just have one last check to do, and that's if we currently have a life up heart. If you see the blue wheel, then you do. Just make sure to get hit by the Goombas a couple of times until it disappears. There we go. Now you're going to want to place the Goombas a little bit away from the life up heart like this. Then you're going to want to uncapture, run to the other side of the life up heart. Then you're going to want to capture the Goombas when they're inside the life up heart. And if you do that correctly, you should be able to just freeze time. Just like that. And now we have officially activated the glitch. Now the world is frozen. But the fun part about this one is you can uncapture the Goombas and walk around. There's a lot of stuff that's very, very strange in here. Like, I tried to throw Cappy there. Cappy's gone now. Like, he's just gone. There seems to be a lot of weird effects that are just kind of gone. Kind of like the water over here. It's just kind of not flowing at all, which looks really weird. Are you kidding me? This is supposed to be a time freeze glitch. Why on earth is there fish in the water still? You're supposed to be gone. You're supposed to be frozen. Why are you still here? Just seriously, why? Walking around here, it's so cool. We can see how everything was placed in. Like, we have these squirrels here. This is how they were placed in. These coins, they're all in a line. Okay, that's how that toad was placed in. Oh, this is so cool. Nobody's loaded in down here, except for this guy. T-posing Koopa number 2. There we go. Also, sub-areas are deactivated. So you can just kind of go in there. It's so cool. Something that I'm really curious about isn't the paintings, because they're also deactivated, but is the scooter. What will happen if we go on the scooter? Oh. Oh, that's really sad. It just doesn't work. That is really sad. Oh my gosh. Do you think we can walk through crates? Alright, that's actually surprising. Oh, okay. I didn't expect the crates to break. Right here, there's supposed to be a coin stack that springs out. That's gone. Jumping in the water, there's no effects at all. That is so weird. Oh my gosh. Alright, we have a new goal now. Our goal is to get on top of the castle roof. Okay, it might sound simple, but when you don't have Cappy, it's a little bit more complicated. Oh, we got it. Good. That didn't actually take that long. Surprising. From here, there isn't really much of anything. We're just inside the Yoshi egg. Really, what did I expect? Like, really, what did I even expect? Nothing's happening up here. It doesn't really seem like there's much else to do here. We just kind of jump in here, and then I think we're done. Oh no, that just killed you. Okay. Good thing we've got assist mode on. Basically, when you die with this glitch activated, it's really strange. You basically just keep on going, dying forever. So that's how we're gonna end this. The bubble just kind of stays here. We jump off again, die, rinse and repeat. But something that we learned in the last video is if you jump off with some momentum, your death will just keep that momentum. Oh, we're falling forever. That's really cool. So we got down here the underside of the kingdom. That looks amazing. And then we're just, oh my gosh, it's the underside of the whole world. That's so cool. I have never seen this before. This is incredible. I guess we're just kind of going down forever. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. The world is gone. Now we just have all these weird 2D sprites. And I think we're falling. I'm not entirely sure. But I know we're definitely going off into the sunset. Anyways, I think that's the end of our glitchy adventure in the original version of Mario Odyssey. These glitches were really cool to look back on, so I hope you enjoyed.